Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to a Monday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and making a return engagement after being gone for a year, we have Michael Fox with Dis Burrito. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Larry.
We got a lot to talk about. We got a big announcement to make. We'll hold off on that for a second. For people who didn't see you last year, give them a little history of you and your company.
Sure. Went to culinary school in 2001 and realized I did not want to open a restaurant for dollars and cents. The amount of dollars you make as a chef makes no sense. Went into financial services for 12 and a half years. When I was done with that career, I started a little tuk-tuk business in Denver, which COVID conveniently killed. And when we were stuck in the backyard with our quarantine during quarantine and lockdown in Denver, a buddy of mine was just tired of dinner, and he looks at me and says, "Let's do breakfast for dinner." So I said, sure. I made a breakfast burrito, and they all looked at me and said, "These are awesome. You should start a business." So I did. So we launched our first coffee shop in August of 2020, and here we are 2.5 years later, and I think we're in over 100 locations across the state.
Incredible. What was the first flavor you made?
First flavor we made is actually no longer in existence. It was carnitas. And it was so good, but unfortunately, people don't resonate carnitas with breakfast burritos. And I learned a long time ago that just because you love it doesn't mean your customers love it. So we sunset carnitas, and we launched with pork breakfast sausage, bacon, chicken chorizo, and veggie. Those were our first 4 flavors. After the carnitas, obviously. And then about a year ago, we launched our gluten-free. We have a great partnership with Siete Brand Foods out of Austin. It's one of the only ingredients we don't source locally. I try and do as much as I can local, but I also need to make sure that we have the best of the best ingredients, and I think they do the best job of a gluten-free tortilla. And then we'll save it to the end, but we just launched our plant-based that we're super excited about.
What makes the difference between your burritos and other people's burritos?
You know, it's an excellent question, Larry. I get that a lot. You know, why is your burrito different? Bottom line is what you get with a lot of burritos out there is what I like to call mishmash or baby food. They just take all the ingredients, they mix it up with a big mixer, and when you cut your burrito in half, all you see is just kind of mishmash. We really wanted to focus on our ingredients so you can see each and every ingredient inside of the breakfast burrito. So every one of our burritos is going to have potato, egg, cheese, and green chili, or a substitute for one of those 4 ingredients, and then a protein. And each one of those ingredients is recognizable inside of the burrito. A second thing we do is our burritos are rolled cold. One of the things I get a question about all the time is, what kind of cheese sauce do you use in your burritos? We don't use a cheese sauce. We use 100% real shredded cheese. What happens is we mix the cold shredded cheese with a cold green chili, and then the first time that cheese ever melts is when you cook it, and it melts into the burrito and all the ingredients. You get this ooey gooey goodness.
How would you recommend cooking it?
I recommend cooking it in the oven, but what I will tell you is they're really good no matter which way you want to cook them. My least favorite's the microwave, but it has some benefits, time and gooiness. If you are going to cook it in the microwave, I would tell you to put it on a burner afterwards, crisp up that outside. You can do it in the air fryer. You can do it on a panini press. You can do it in the oven. You can do it in any which way you can think of. I haven't quite sous vide one yet, but I can't imagine that would be good.
I don't think that's going to work. I do mine in the air fryer, and it's insanely good. I had microwaved it before, and it's night and day. It's worth the extra few minutes to have it a little crispy on the outside. Let's start showing them some of these on the close-up here so they could see the detail in it. And this one,
that's the pork breakfast sausage.
So you can see what he's talking about there, how it's not mushy.
And you can see each of the individual ingredients.
Yeah, I'll get a little closer to you over there a little more. All right. This kid here.
That is the chicken chorizo, which is a truly unique to most of the burrito companies out there.
Yeah.
We wanted to offer a protein for those that don't eat pork, so we offered the chicken chorizo.
It's a big seller, and it's my personal favorite. Do you have a favorite? No, you can't pick a favorite.
I can't. Don't make me choose between my children, Larry.
Oh, we know what this one is. That one's pretty obvious. Which one is that?
I'm
Evan,
just
which
going
one
to
is
guess
it?
it's the veggie.
You can see the black beans in it, right? But you can see how it's not mush. Can you see all that, Tyler? Can you see the detail? Did you take out the plant-based?
Yeah, I pulled the plant-based one out of the oven.
So tell them what's special about the plant-based.
So the really neat thing about the plant-based, or for the vegans out there, is a lot of times they just omit things. So instead of omitting things, I really wanted to provide a burrito that gave you the same experience that people who eat full meat burritos. So we replaced every ingredient that they couldn't eat. So it's still going to have the roasted potatoes, which is one thing that's unique to us as well. It's still going to have a vegetarian green chili in there. But for the cheese, we swapped out cheese for Violife cheese. If you talk to plant-based folks or you talk to people who are lactose intolerant, they'll tell you that they're the best game in town. For the egg, instead of putting like a tempeh or omitting the egg or putting in some sort of soy product, we partnered with Just Egg. It's JU/ST. We use their folded egg. It's absolutely fantastic. And then for the last piece, we partnered with Rolling Greens, and these guys are freaking awesome. They are based out of Boulder. They were on Shark Tank, and they got themselves a deal, and they truly have a unique product. I tried everything I could out there for a plant-based meat, and I couldn't find something that wasn't just too salty or too many weird ingredients inside. These guys are phenomenal. It's a pea protein, and we apply the same spice that we have in our chicken chorizo. So essentially, it's a plant-based chorizo. During the last year, Larry, I patented a brand new device. It's called a burrito opener. If you guys want to check that out, people try and tell me that it's for letters. I don't know what they're talking about.
What's
but
a letter?
It makes it opening exactly. Makes it opening the burrito so much easier. But you can see that nice and open, and then we'll open up this plant-based burrito here, and voila. And we'll just put that on the floor for you later, Larry.
Thanks,
and we'll cut this puppy in half. And if you take a look, again, you can see each of the ingredients. So delicious, so yummy. Put it on a plate here. Get your little hot sauce, Larry. I know you're super excited to try the plant-based because you haven't yet.
I have not tried the plant-based, and
But
I
you've
am
tried all
actually
the other
excited.
flavors, so I'm excited to hear what you think.
Okay. We're actually going to do something special today in honor of him being here, plant-based, the whole thing. He's going to give away a case of breakfast burritos.
Yes, I am.
Which is a dozen.
Yeah, it's a dozen.
And we're going to collaborate with Murph's Hot Sauce because they're amazing and local. And they're going to give away a 4-pack of their sauces. And so that'll be on our Instagram today. You know, the usual follow Dis Burrito to enter the contest. Also, you can get his burritos at Pine Melon.
Yep, pinemelon.com, online grocery store. With a discount code DISBURRITO, you get 15% off your order. And then also, coming soon, I believe it's the next day or two, we'll be launching at Lever's Locavore off 38th, I think 38th Avenue or 38th Street, over in the Low-High Sunnyside area. That's our newest grocery area that you're going to be able to get all flavors for the burritos.
So to see the list of all the coffee shops, and even you got a brewery or two.
Absolutely, disburrito.com, and scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see how and where you can get each of our burritos. We've expanded into the High Country, Eldora, Breckenridge, Vale, Copper Mountain, all the way up to Edwards and even Eagle. Yeah.
I think that's it. Did we forget anything?
I
Did we
don't
forget
think so.
anything?
I think we got everything. I think you forget to try it.
No, we're trying it together.
Cheers.
Always a pleasure.
Yep, good to see you.
We'll
Larry.
be back
Thank
for
you.
another episode of What's for Lunch tomorrow. I'm actually excited about this. It really, it looks good, smells good, feels good. Let's eat.
go.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Can't tell it's plant-based, can you?
No, not even a little. That's shocking.